Man, it's your boy dMillionaire. Look, we back with another video. And as y'all can tell from the title, man, we got Jimmy High Roller. I use data to find the closest player to LeBron in the entire NBA. And look, man, Jimmy High Roller, my guy, gotta leave him a like before the video even start, man. No cap. It's been a little minute since you dropped the video, but you know what? 9 times out of 10, if you take a long time to drop a video, that means it's gonna be a banger. You feel me? It's been 3 days. Ain't gonna lie. I've been trying to keep up with my WNBA reactions, my NFL reactions, my dog Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? We had to take a little time to get to him, but look, we here. Let's see what he got for us, bro.
While watching this summer's Olympics, I couldn't help but to think now more than ever.
I'm live on Twitch, y'all, too, man. Second link in the description, man. Y'all go ahead, follow up.
Near 80-year history, there's never been a player quite like him.
Nah, facts.
Go through the laundry list of players, both past and present, who have drawn comparisons, and none of them are all that similar to LeBron. An unfair blend of size and speed, the strength of a big with the skills of a guard, and a legend
strength of a big with the skills of a guard.
Points in NBA history. And all of this got me thinking, who is the most similar player to LeBron in the NBA right now? It's a question that I've always wanted to know the answer to. And after
I say Luka. My prediction gonna be Luka. Luka or Tatum.
And comparing players from all around the league to LeBron, from the playmaking to the size, the shooting, the play style, I finally have the answer. And the most similar player to LeBron is not who you think it is.
There's gonna be no one. I want you to bet. It's gonna be like it's gonna be somebody we never thought of.
Today's video is sponsored by DraftKings. Football season is here, and my partners at DraftKings are ready to kick the season off with a bang. Right now, all new customers who bet of all the active players currently in the NBA, who reminds you most of LeBron James? Of course, not including himself. Who is the most similar to him? I'm sure some of the names that come to mind, Paolo Banchero, Zion Williamson, what remains of Ben Simmons, and Luka Doncic are all viable candidates. But even those guys, despite being the closest thing, are not really all that similar to LeBron. Paolo isn't as offensively dynamic as a young LeBron was. Zion isn't as good or willing of a passer. Luka isn't nearly as explosive. And Ben Simmons has pretty much stopped playing basketball altogether. Oddly enough, LeBron's game isn't even that unique. A do-it-all Swiss Army knife point forward. If anything, in today's
Draymond and
this archetype of player is the most common. And yet, somehow, after 21 years,
not really,
not only have we not come across a single player who can do it as well as him, we have yet to see a player with a game that even resembles LeBron's. But why is that? In fact, with a game as relatively simple and effective as LeBron's, why has there not been a single player in the NBA who plays like him? This series of questions led me down a long and exhausting rabbit hole of what I believe to be the most extensive look into this topic. Who is the most similar player to LeBron James? Now, usually whenever this question comes up, the most common and possibly accurate answer involves combining two different players. A hybrid. Many fans have said LeBron is a mix between Magic Johnson and Scottie Pippen, the skills of Grant Hill with the frame of a power forward. Tracy McGrady and Karl Malone's body, crafted NBA.
Tracy McGrady and Karl Malone body is crazy. That's a hell of a comparison. Karl Malone for sure. I can definitely see the Karl Malone body type, but T-Mac, LeBron and T-Mac. About that one. I don't know about that one.
Has a great tool called Doppelgangers, which uses an extensive batch of metrics to find similar players throughout the NBA. But this tool specifically looks at the results of a player's game without looking at the method in which they got those results, which is an important distinction. For example, Kevin Durant and Bam Adebayo had the same field goal percentage last season, but the shots they took to get there were wildly different. To find real similarity, the method...
Damn. KD and Bam shot the same field goal percentage, but KD shoot his average shot 15 feet from the basket mid-range, and Bam shoot his 8.5, mostly in the paint. And he shoot the same percentage as KD, who shoots. Damn. I ain't gonna lie, that's a great way to break it down. I ain't gonna lie. KD one-on-one. That goes to tell you how tough KD is.
Matters into my own hands. And after hours of research, metric-based analysis, and data crunching in an attempt to solve this age-old question, I think I have the answer. An almost definitive conclusion on the most similar player to LeBron.
Probably Tatum. I ain't gonna lie, Tatum is gonna be my answer.
I guarantee the player who
I said Tatum and Luka.
Everyone else is not who you think it is. First, I had to reduce the entire league down to the players who had even an ounce of resemblance to LeBron and his game. Floor generals, oversized guards, hyper-athletic players, slashers, players who are just really good.
Aaron Gordon too. I ain't gonna lie, Aaron Gordon actually it might be Aaron Gordon.
Usage guys.
That's another person, to be honest.
Why not Victor Wembanyama? Eventually, I was able to narrow down the list of players included in our experiment to about 70. Of those 70 players, here are the ones that scored the highest in similarity to LeBron. Now, how exactly did I quantify similarity throughout this process? Well, first I had to determine the metrics in which
You know what's crazy? The way that he's breaking this down is exactly how we learned it in like science classes and science, like all of my lab classes is like, okay, you can say something, but how do you measure that? Like, how do you measure how similar these players are to LeBron? I could take one aspect of every single one of these players that's like LeBron. Jokic is passing, Zion is athleticism, James Harden, his passing. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It goes down the list, but it's like, okay, well, how do you measure that? And he's about to break it down. That's actually pretty hard.
The measure. And here are those metrics. Stature, usage and creation, shooting tendencies, portability, passing, defense, athleticism, dominance, shooting ability, and play style.
Okay. Stature, usage, creation. Okay. Shooting tendencies, portability. I like that. Passing, obviously. Defense, obviously. Athleticism, obviously. Dominance. How valuable a player is on the court, both to the team and relative to other players. Okay. Shooting ability, obviously. And then play style. Okay.
10 isolated metrics that factor in each and every aspect of LeBron's game.
That's a solid.
Finding the similarities between
That's crazy. Is this dick riding LeBron though? I don't
part.
think so. I think this is a legitimate question.
Which can be measured fairly accurately with passer rating, a metric that measures how frequent, effective, and efficient a player passes the ball. The metric is on a scale from 1 to 10, and LeBron's career passer rating is 7.67. That's really good. James Harden has a career passer rating of 7.37. That is also really good. Jaylen Brown has a career passer
that shit low as hell.
3.24.
I know that shit low as fuck. I know that shit low as fuck, bruh. My nigga JB do not be passing the ball. He didn't put Jaylen Brown too. He put James Harden.
Rating deviates from LeBron's. In this case, James Harden's passer rating only deviates from LeBron's by 3.9%, while Jaylen Brown's passer rating deviates by 57.8%. This would give Harden a passing similarity score of 96.1% and Jaylen Brown a similarity score of 42%.
I see what he's saying. I see what he's saying.
Using this method of measurement, I calculated the similarity score of every player in our experiment across
I see what you did here. Okay, and that's smart. You're gonna find the closest player to LeBron based off of all of the metrics. I mean, that's the fairest way to do it. I mean, that's really the fairest way to do it. Because I mean, to be honest, there's no 6'8", 250-pound nigga like LeBron. So you gotta kind of break it down into at least just like this. This is probably the best way to do it. I'm gonna lie, it's probably the best way to do it.
Then tallied up their total score to find the
okay, this is hard. I like this. This is a good idea. I like this.
With the highest score after evaluating all 10 categories is the player that shares the most in common with him. So now that you know the method, let's see the results. Now, the first category we're going to take a look at is stature.
I like that. He made a 30-minute video at 10 categories. He's smart.
Ideal NBA frame, he would probably come out looking like LeBron. 6'9", 250 pounds.
I'm saying 6'9", 250 with a 7-foot wingspan. Like, what the shit?
Courtesy of CraftedNBA.com. Measurements you would usually find in a power forward. And that's exactly the type of players that share the most in common with LeBron.
LeBron is a 4 playing a 3.
Really
a 4 playing a 1.
Similar frame to LeBron is Paolo Banchero, whose measurements are almost identical to LeBron's with a similarity score of 99.1%.
Julius Randle close to, yeah, I see that.
To his weight and wingspan.
Damn.
The closest players are Julius Randle,
Paolo really is literally LeBron 2.0. Paolo is 6'9", 7-foot wingspan, 250. Damn, he's literally a carbon copy of LeBron. And Julius Randle not far behind neither. Julius Randle just shorter. Julius Randle 6'7". I thought Jay Randle was like 6'9". You know what I'm saying? Julius Randle just short. Well, not short, but like, you know what I'm saying, shorter than Bron. And Ben Simmons 6'9". That's crazy. All of the comps are to power forwards, though. That's insane. LeBron's literally he is a 4, though. LeBron is a 4.
Keep in mind, although I will
a 3.
only
He's
be
really a
displaying the
3/4.
results of 20 to 30 players per category, each individual score is being factored in and will be revealed at the end. Now, in terms of shooting, not efficiency, but rather where players choose to operate on offense and take their shots, there aren't many players around the league that are very similar to LeBron. He's got the size of a power forward, and he uses that size to get to the rim and attempt 35% of his shots within 3 feet of the basket. But he also attempts nearly a quarter of his shots from behind the three-point line. Players with shot selections this balanced are pretty rare. Take, for example, a player like Zion Williamson, who has the physical tools like LeBron, but he does the majority of his work
Zion
right around the basket.
Threes, no
You'd think
middies.
a player like Jason Tatum might be similar to LeBron in this aspect with how well-rounded his
Tatum shoot a lot of threes.
But he tends to favor
I'm about to say Tatum shoot a lot of threes. On God, I said that shit. Tatum shoot a lot of threes, bro. That's his problem.
Similar to LeBron throughout the entire NBA is actually Russell
Westbrook. Yeah,
who shot
that sounded about
only
right.
deviates from LeBron's by about 8%.
Westbrook sounded
The
about
next
right
closest
though.
player is Julius Randle, followed by Jimmy Butler, Paolo Banchero, and Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah,
who,
I like
all similar to
the
LeBron,
Westbrook though
have
comp. That sounds
extremely
about right.
balanced shot
Westbrook and Bron
selections.
shoot about
Now,
the
one
same type of
LeBron's
shot.
most valuable and distinctive traits is his versatility as a player. One of his most underrated accomplishments
Put him
is
anywhere,
that he is
bro.
the only player in NBA history to be listed at all 5 positions for at least a season. And there's actually a metric that makes an attempt
Wait,
to
so
measure
LeBron
this.
played center for a season? Like, wait, quote unquote center, like literally listed as center. What season was that? He averaged 30 that season. Whatever season or seasons he played center, he averaged 38 and 6. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, it's
At
tough.
least a season. And there's actually a metric that makes an attempt to measure this adaptability called portability. This metric collects data like passer rating, shooting ability, ball dominance, and usage, as well as defensive versatility, and calculates how portable a player is within any given system. In other words, how well would a player fit if you dropped him into a team with 14 random players? The metric is on a scale from 1 to 10, where 10 is a perfect score.
LeBron gotta be 10.
LeBron has a career portability rating of 7.82.
Really?
And the most similar
That's
players to
ass.
LeBron in this regard
I mean, that's high,
are
but that's
Chris Paul and Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
Who are both nearly identical to LeBron with similarity scores.
That's what I said. That's what I said. Tatum gonna be high on these. KD.
Are Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, and James Harden.
I'm surprised, to be honest. I'm surprised KD's portability ain't high, bro. Because KD literally has shown in his career that you put him in any system, he gonna eat. There hasn't been a team where KD ain't been successful. And obviously winning a ring, success ain't winning a ring. You feel me? KD's been successful in every team he's played on, bro. OKC, the Nets, the Suns, and the Warriors. Obviously the Warriors, but yeah, that's interesting. Kawhi's 805 and Harden's 822. That's what I'm saying. I can see Harden, I can see Kawhi.
Paul George and Nikola Jokic.
Oh, Paul George
But
too.
you can't
Jokic,
really be
yeah.
like LeBron if
Yo,
you
look at
aren't
Jokic though. Jokic is 882. And Paul George is 856. I ain't gonna lie, Paul George is the perfect player though. He's the perfect gadget player. Jokic, the perfect player. I ain't gonna lie, that makes sense though. That's realistic though. These are like damn near the perfect players though.
And Paul George
That makes sense.
and Nikola Jokic. But you can't really be like LeBron if you aren't willing and great at passing the ball. So the
Jokic.
next metric we're
Jokic or
assessing
Harden.
is passer rating. This
Westbrook.
metric,
Jokic,
similar
Harden,
to
or
a few
Westbrook.
Others are on a scale from 1 to 10.
But
with,
well,
of course, 10
quality
being
of
the best
passing
possible
probably gonna be
rating.
Jokic.
Now, throughout his career, LeBron has had a passer rating of 7.67. And the player most similar to him in this metric is once again Russell Westbrook, who has the same exact career passer rating as LeBron does, 100% in similarity. The next most similar players are Josh Giddey, Luka Doncic, John Morant, and James Harden. And already you can begin to see just how diverse LeBron's skills are. In
So
some
Westbrook gonna
categories,
be
he has
like
most in
Westbrook
common
might be the
with big men,
closest to
while in
Bron.
other categories, he resembles a guard. Which leads us to our next category, and the most important aspect of LeBron's game, usage and creation. Throughout LeBron's career, he has been the engine to every offense he's been a part of, not just with his scoring, but with his playmaking.
I ain't gonna lie though, on a cool though, this is a completely unrelated thing, but if I was the comp Bron, nah, I wouldn't even say that. I didn't say like Alyssa Thomas in the W, but not even, bro. Nah, I wouldn't even say that. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know.
And this is where LeBron really becomes an anomaly.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, I fake see like
have historically done well generating offense for themselves.
minus the athleticism.
Usually it takes a ball dominant guard to really carry the load of an entire offense.
Nah, hell no, she don't got the offensive bag like that.
Which is why if we search for the most similar players in these metrics, we will find point guards. Russell Westbrook, John Morant, and James Harden being the most
Damn,
similar to
Westbrook
LeBron
really
in
about
terms
to
of
be
their
the most
usage
closest to
and
Bron,
creation
dog.
on offense.
That's
However,
crazy.
there are some bigs who have transcended their positional value, such as Nikola Jokic, Joel Embiid, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now, defensively, LeBron's career hasn't been nearly as consistent. At his peak, he was a phenomenal defender, one of the best in the entire league. But in recent years, he has games where he can be a flat-out liability on the defensive end. And although defense can be a difficult thing to measure, there are a couple metrics that might be able to point us in the right direction in our search for the most similar player to LeBron. Specifically, defensive versatility rating and crafted defensive plus minus are the two metrics we'll be using here. Throughout his career, LeBron has a defensive versatility rating of 60.3 and a crafted defensive plus minus of 1.38.
What is
Career
that
defensive
on a
numbers
rating?
that are actually really good, especially for an offensive player of his caliber. And with these two metrics, we can find the player who is most similar to LeBron defensively.
I ain't gonna
both
cap.
in
I would love to see this
quality
video for
and
Jordan.
versatility. And after crunching the numbers,
Who's the
that
closest to
player
Jordan in the
is
NBA
Chris
now?
Paul, with a similarity score
That sound
of
about right.
88.2%, followed by Amen Thompson, Jimmy Butler, Giannis, and Ben
Damn,
Simmons.
Amen Thompson
Oddly
up there.
enough, despite LeBron not being considered an elite defender for years now, statistically throughout his career as a whole, he
Damn.
is most comparable
Jimmy's
to some of the
defensive
most
versatility is
valuable defensive
90.
players in the
OG is
league.
92.
Our next category
Damn.
is what I believe to be the most indicative
But
of measuring
OGs make sense,
similarities
though.
from player to player. And that is play style, what role they play on offense, where they find the most value while on the court, and their habits both on and off the ball.
I ain't gonna lie, LeBron Loki saw stuff right there though. On the cool LeBron saw stuff right here. This clip right here. That nigga LeBron cooked up right here. This right here. This right here on Zion. Hey.
Now,
With
quantifying
Bron
players'
Loki
play
cooked
style
up.
is tough to do. What do you measure and how do you measure it? Well, on CraftedNBA.com, within each player's profile, there is a breakdown of their usage by play type. These plays range from ISO possessions to pick and roll as both the ball handler and the roll man, the post,
Oh, wow, you
cuts,
can-
handoffs,
wow.
screens, and spot up.
Damn,
These
that's
8
everything.
Play types are essentially the 8 major different roles a player can play on any given possession. In LeBron's case, 4 of these 8 different play types make up for the majority of all of his possessions on offense. Post possessions, spot up shooting,
So Bron
ISO
never
possessions,
is.
and his favorite,
Bron's
pick and
never
rolls
the
as
role
the
man
ball
in a
handler.
pick. I
Now,
wonder
if we take a
how
look at
how
these 4
effective
play
Bron would be
types
as a
and
role
search for the
man
players with the most
if he just
similar
played that
usage
role.
percentage across all 4, then the player
Bron
that
in his
has the
prime
most
as a
similar
role
play
man.
style to LeBron is
Imagine you as the PNR. That's crazy, Jimmy. But imagine LeBron in a PNR with a PG and Bron is rolling. Bron's rolling instead of Bron being a ball handler. Bron is in a role man. I ain't gonna lie, that'd be disgusting. That'd been
Jimmy
disgusting.
Butler, who surprisingly shares many of the same habits both in usage and play type.
That sounds
especially
about
in
right, though.
ISO, pick and roll, and post
That sounds about
possessions.
right, though.
The next most similar players to LeBron in this category
Giannis as
were
well.
Giannis, Jason Tatum,
Tatum, yeah.
Durant, and Jalen Brown.
KD, not
For
so
the
much
most
though.
part,
KD,
versatile wings that can generate offense from just about
KD is
anywhere on the
interesting
court.
though.
Now, athleticism is extremely difficult to measure in the NBA. Jumping high and
in
running
the
fast
NBA.
are feats of athleticism, but so are hand-eye coordination, stamina, and body control. And LeBron's athleticism is a
Hey.
key aspect of his
Hey,
abilities as a
LeBron,
player,
get up,
specifically
bro.
in regards to his
Hey.
explosiveness. But unless you can get out there
Hey,
with a
yo,
measuring tape,
Bron used to have
stopwatch, and
bunch
grab
like
some marks,
I ain't
it's
gonna
all
lie, like I be watching Bron now and I'm like, bro, he look good still, but I ain't gonna lie, bro. Looking at these clips, I could very clearly tell, man, LeBron ain't the same dude, bro. And it's sad because he gonna retire in the next about 5 years, and we never gonna see LeBron James in an NBA uniform again, bro. But man, I got to see. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's hard for me not to say LeBron not the GOAT. Like Kobe my GOAT, but like it's really hard to say like LeBron not there though, bro. Like I'm looking at these clips now and I'm reliving the shit that I watched LeBron do, bro. LeBron really one of like we would never like. I know a lot of niggas probably said this with Jordan, so you know what? Maybe I'm just talking out my ass. I don't think we'll ever see another LeBron James, bro. I really don't think we'll ever see. We'll never see someone this dominant for this long with this body type that took care of himself as well as LeBron did, bro. Like LeBron ain't even get hurt until like now, and I mean that's just father time, but that's crazy. Like no
It's
serious
impossible to really get
injuries.
an idea of how
I don't
athletic
know.
LeBron
LeBron is
or
a
any player is
monster,
for that
bro.
matter.
Like I'm looking at
So
this shit.
that's
This
exactly
is
what we're
really
gonna do
making me
by
respect
looking
Bron
at
more.
each player's vertical leap. Now, although this is only one very simple way of measuring an athlete's explosiveness, max vertical leap is proven to be an effective gauge at doing just that. And it's an insightful metric in this context since LeBron's vertical leap has been a massive component to his game throughout the majority of his career. And according to countless sources, at his peak, LeBron had a max
I'm dead. Why is what the dick riding ass? You don't think I ain't see that too? That shit said LeBron had a 44-inch vert, 4 inches shorter than Michael Jordan. That dick sucking ass shit. Look at this shit. Bottom line, James is 44-inch, 4 inches less than my Jordans. Like, nigga, y'all ain't even have to add that. I mean, maybe this article is like a comparison. I think this might be a comparison. What the fuck? Vertical leap puts the top of his head 4 inches above the rim and only 2 inches lower than his airness. This takes into account James's 2-inch height advantage over Jordan. LeBron is a beast, but not the biggest beast in the sky. Not sure what all the fuss has been about LeBron this past summer because the dude is built for flying south. Yeah, this gotta been. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Jordan dick is kind of sticking out your mouth, my brother. Like, goddamn. Like, bro, it's like, why you riding so hard for him, bro? Like, okay, Jordan had a higher vert, bro. Cool,
at his
bro.
Peak,
What the fuck?
LeBron had a max vert somewhere between 40 and 44 inches. After all these years, there's been no real confirmation on these numbers.
LeBron is literally
6'8",
6'9", 250 with a 44-inch vert. Like, what the fuck?
40 and 44. So we'll go with something right in the middle. 42 inches. And in terms of vertical leap, there's actually 4 players in the league today who are most similar to LeBron. Anthony Edwards, Ben Simmons, Aaron Gordon, and Amen Thompson, all with vertical leaps.
Wiggins had a 44.5
inches.
Ja has a 44-inch vert.
Are Donovan Mitchell, John Morant, Andrew Wiggins, and Derrick Rose.
But Zion has a 45-inch vert, bro. Damn, that nigga D Rose had a 40-inch vert at his peak. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. D Rose ain't had no 40. There's no way D Rose had a 40-inch vert at his peak. I feel like D Rose is jumping out the gym. Shit, D Fox got a 44. And Ja got a 44 too.
Now, we have factored in play style and shot selection, but we also need to consider shooting ability. It's probably the most average aspect of LeBron's game. Throughout his career, LeBron has been a streaky shooter, better as of late than he was in his early days in the league, but all in all, just very average. And this is really important. It's one of the main things that separates him from other great wings like Durant and Kawhi, who have been excellent shooters throughout their careers. And instead of strictly
I ain't gonna
using
lie
field goal
though.
percentage to measure
LeBron hit when it mattered though.
Using crafted NBA's shooting quality metric.
I can never really say LeBron threw a
shooting
game because of shooting, bro. I mean, obviously it'd be nice if he hit some, but
they describe to be the most accurate shooters in the league on a scale from 1 to 100. For context, Steph Curry clocked a perfect 100 out of 100 shooting quality rating for the
bro. This nigga Curry has 100 out of 100 shooting quality, bro. So what is shooting quality? Spacing, standardized padded field goal, free throw percentage, standardized padded 3-point percentage. So what is this? 2-part spacing. I don't know what all of that means, but you trying to tell me though that Curry has a perfect rate? Like, that means every shot Curry shoots is just a great shot. That's literally what that means, right? Like, that's what that metric means, that Curry just shoots like perfect shots every time he shoots. That's insane.
shooters in the league.
That's
on
insane.
A scale from 1 to 100.
That's insane.
For context, Steph Curry clocked a perfect 100 out of 100 shooting quality rating for the past 2 seasons. Over his 21 seasons in the league, LeBron has a career average shooting quality rating of 61.8.
What is
and
Curry's,
right now,
bro?
The player who is almost exactly the same caliber of shooter as LeBron is Jaylen Brown, with a career shooting quality rating of 61.9. and a similarity score of 99.8%.
Curry not even
followed by
close. I want to know what Curry's
Brandon
is, though,
Ingram,
bro.
OG Anunoby, and Luka
Not
Doncic.
Curry, he's 100,
And with
but
one
that's
more
insane. I
category
want to know who's
left,
close
we
to
cannot
that.
leave out the most important thing of all. How good at basketball LeBron is. A player can pass like him, jump like him, shoot like him, but if they aren't dominating games, how similar to LeBron can they possibly be? And to measure dominance, instead of looking at accolades and accomplishments, we are going to look at purely how great they have been in their time in the NBA through the lens of an advanced metric, crafted plus minus. Now this metric is an aggregate of 10 other advanced metrics. It's essentially an all-in-one of all the all-in-ones. It's just what we're looking for. And LeBron's career crafted plus minus is 7.66, which is the second highest in NBA history, only behind Michael Jordan. So although we're looking for the most similar player to LeBron, really we're looking for the best.
So that's basically saying, because what plus minus to me is when they're on the court, you're saying they're winning by X amount of points. So that means when Jordan was on the court or LeBron was on the court, they basically winning games. Like they're not losing with them two on the court. That's crazy. That's crazy. So every game they lost was damn near because of everybody else, because their plus minus is the two highest of all times. They're crafted plus minus. That's crazy.
In this category. And in terms of crafted plus minus, that player is Nikola Jokic with a career crafted plus minus of 7.62 and a similarity score of 99.5%. Easily the most.
That's crazy. Look at these niggas plus minuses though, bro. He's terrible. Scotty Barnes point. Like that. That's basically saying like them being on the court has no bearings on a win or a. That's literally if it's under one. No, my fault. If it's under one, that means when they're on the court, they're losing. Oh no, I'm fault. You know, under one is not. This isn't under 1. 0.8 is under 1, but like it's close enough though. It's close to 1 or under 1 that basically them being on the court has no weight. Like it holds no weight. Like basically, I mean, granted, don't get it twisted. Batum has won niggas games. Derrick Rose is, you know what I'm saying? Like Scotty Barnes, like yes, but like they only account for 1 point differential between the teams that they're playing. So like they're basically, I ain't gonna say they're pointless on the court. They're just not like, I don't know, because D Book is kind of low on this list. Shea is low as fuck on this list. I don't know. Maybe this metric is kind of a shitty metric. Because I ain't gonna lie, Tatum's low on this list. Victor Wembanyama, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, this might be a garbage ass statistic. I don't know.
Similar player to LeBron in terms of dominance. The next closest
because Shea being that low don't really make too much sense.
Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, and Joel Embiid. And with that,
D Book being that low too.
All 55 players across.
I think it's gonna be Westbrook though. Westbrook probably gonna be the closest to LeBron.
Research and number crunching take me far longer than I was anticipating. Yes. Was it worth it?
No.
I think so. Because in a league,
I mean, yes, because you got 1 million views on the video. Definitely was worth it.
I think with very high accuracy, I have narrowed the search for the most LeBron-like player down to 1. After scanning a field of 70 potential matches across 10 different categories and dozens of metrics, the most similar player to LeBron in the NBA today is Jimmy Butler. It's kind of crazy, right? I know. In the end, Butler finished with an average similarity score of 80.81% across all 10 categories, finishing just ahead of Giannis and Durant and having a sizable lead on Jokic and Luka. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video,
I thought Westbrook was
on top wasn't a guy you would expect. At least for me, Jimmy Butler has not been a player that comes to mind when I think of similar players to LeBron. But when looking at his scores throughout each category, turns out he is eerily similar in many ways. The only categories he didn't score well in were usage and creation and dominance, which makes sense. Butler isn't nearly the playmaker or as ball dominant as LeBron has been. And quite frankly, there's only a few players that even come close to LeBron in terms of dominance.
What's crazy though, in overall gameplay though, I can honestly see that though. Like even I'm just thinking about just play style. Like I mean, play style is 87, but I'm just looking at it like how Bron plays and how Jimmy plays. They don't shoot the 3 unless they hot and they really, really feel it. Bron shoot the 3 a little bit more than Jimmy, but for the most part, they're not big 3-point shooters. They get to the mid-range, they get to the cup. Jimmy's in the PNR as the ball handler. He plays defense. I mean, honestly, bro, I could actually kind of see it. I could see it a little bit. I actually could see it a little bit. Not much, but I can see it a little bit.
Looking back, I think the clearest glimpse we got into just how similar Butler can be to LeBron was in the 2020 NBA
Finals. I was about to say the finals when he dropped 40.
Butler did a lot more facilitating than we're used to seeing.
Yeah, that game, that finals series, bro, that was Jimmy. That was my nigga Jimmy. That's the Jimmy Butler I wish he always played. Like my son had a triple-double that series.
Offense, more assertive and aggressive with his possessions, getting to the line 9 9 times a game. It almost makes you wonder if Butler played that super high usage role more often, which he is clearly capable of doing, would it become more obvious just how similar to LeBron he really is?
I think
he
so.
has fit well within the more traditional wing position throughout his career, but if Butler
I wish
were to take
Jimmy.
on the
I
role
wish
of a
Jimmy
point
did.
forward, would it become
I
more
wish Jimmy did drop his nuts and play like how he did in the finals all the time. Because Jimmy Butler, my favorite player in the league. Between Jimmy and Cam Thomas, they my 2 favorite players in the league, bro. I would love for Jimmy to play like that. If he played like that, the Heat would be way better. And if you wanted Damian Lillard to come to the Heat, Damian Lillard would have came to the Heat. If they would have kept that momentum, him playing out like how he was playing after the finals, granted injuries and Tyler Hero got hurt and a whole bunch of other shit, but Jimmy individual play ain't never been nowhere near that finals level since the finals. Like he ain't played nowhere near that for no
apparent that
stretch
his
of
game
games.
has more than just shades of LeBron in it.
I'm saying like
It's
Jimmy
only
that
ironic
nigga,
that
bro.
the series that he
Like
played most
I
like
don't know,
LeBron
bro.
was, of course,
That's why I
against
play like
LeBron
that's why I model my
himself.
game
Now,
like in
here
real life,
are
bro.
the
That's
full
Jimmy
results
Butler.
from this experiment.
Where's
With the
Westbrook? Damn, Westbrook not even close. Westbrook is 11. I thought but Westbrook was up there in a lot of them categories though. I guess maybe like overall all categories. That's crazy. Giannis is the second closest to Bron. Giannis I actually can see. Giannis is actually a little bit clearer than Jimmy. It's the reason why it's like it's pretty close.
70 total players involved condensed to the 55 with the highest eventual scores. And there's a few interesting things going on here. Giannis finished just behind Butler. Throughout his career, he has shared similarities with LeBron, but in very different ways than Butler has. Kevin Durant, of all players, came in third,
I can see
which
that.
caught me by surprise. Again,
I can
not
see
a
that.
player I would associate with LeBron's game.
To be
But
honest,
the numbers
outside of
say
playmaking,
otherwise.
outside
James
of
Harden
playmaking,
finished in 6th, and I actually do see some similarities there, especially in their playmaking, ability to generate offense, versatility, and dominance. Ben Simmons, one of very few players to get the LeBron comp early in his career, finished all the way down in 37th. The biggest difference here being that despite being a guard,
dominance.
Simmons cannot generate his own offense outside of 12 feet from the basket, leading to completely different shooting splits,
Damn.
play styles, and usage. Visually, their games have looked similar, but in reality, outside of the size, athleticism, and
That's crazy. Literally passing athleticism and just his body type, his stature, he has no comp to Bron. I mean, realistically, he don't. He's nothing about him is LeBron other than the fact that he's built like LeBron. Literally, he's just built like LeBron. I wouldn't even go so far to say athleticism. Maybe in Philly, maybe like pre Atlanta pre Atlanta Hawks game, Ben Simmons maybe, but this video is way too long.
Actually don't have as much in common as you
This
would
video is
think.
coming way too long. Let me
Among the
finish the
young
video.
guys in the league, it is Cade Cunningham who has the most in common with LeBron, finishing 17th, followed by a player who has drawn the comparison recently in Paulo Banchero. The next closest in this group of young players are Jalen Williams, Franz Wagner, and Anthony Edwards. Now, I really wanted to add some past players into this experiment like Magic Johnson, Scottie Pippen, and Grant Hill, but many of the advanced metrics used throughout my research were not available until relatively recently. So, unfortunately, with the method of measurement that I use, there just isn't enough data on these players to make an accurate assessment. Overall, it seems that
so he wouldn't even be able to do this with older
players in the league that have the most in common with LeBron, which is interesting since there was only one metric that specifically measured dominance. But it would make sense that players that pass well, generate a lot of offense, have a high usage on good efficiency, and can defend at least a decent level will have the most in common with LeBron. Go through the list of great players around the league, and they all play a very large, impactful, and versatile role on the court. And their ability to do this leads them to a style of play that is similar to LeBron's one way or another. So, there you have it. In case you were wondering who exactly is the most similar player to LeBron, the answer is Jimmy Butler. But let me know what you think. Was the method used to determine our outcome effective, or are there other metrics out there that could lead us to a more accurate conclusion? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, until next time.
That's tough though. Jimmy Butler is the closest to Bron. Nigga said Bronny for sure. He's about 50% LeBron. Nigga said so Jimmy Butler is the closest to LeBron, but don't forget that Scalabrini, the white mamba, is closest to LeBron. You are to the NBA. And that's the way we're gonna end the video. I'm gonna holler at you on the next one.